Hello, good evening. I'm recording this small presentation in order to present myself here in the channel 12 Shops. This is a site that has a translation in Portuguese. By the way, I'm Portuguese. My name is Pedro Roque. I also use the name of Duncan Aldridge. I have a blog where I write under that name. I also write in French, in German, in Italian, but mainly I prefer to write in Portuguese, in English, and in French. So I use those platforms, the Duncan Old Bridge, to write different topics and themes that I'm interested in. And I have this site only for the 12 Shops project. As I was saying, my name is Pedro Roque. I'm currently a lawyer, labor law and family law, restricted to those two areas. And my passion is communication. I have a degree in English literature and culture, American studies, and Germanistics. So I have the law degree that I achieved first, and then I went to university to get my second diploma on literature in English literature. So basically, I have these two communication skills. I tend to say that law is also a language, is a different language, is a legal language, but basically it's also a language. So I prefer to view myself as a writer and a linguist, and that is my main core. Also, I have developed the PNL in NPL in English, which has to do with linguistic programmation, neuro-linguistic programmation, NPL, which is a very interesting field of transformation, which I ally with coaching, which is one of my passions. To teach and to coach, I think, are similar. And so I developed this idea based on astrology and tarot and a lot of other, you may say, esoteric sciences. I prefer to say that they are instruments of mental transformation and communication. And so I use all these instruments in order to develop 12 areas of life, which I divided in three main themes: the basic shops, the relation shops, and the public relation shops, or if you prefer superior shops. They have to do with the zodiac signs, but they have to do essentially with the energy of each of those signs. So the energy of each of those signs is directly related with a kind of energy that is developed in these areas of knowledge and work, of human work. If you look for what is the basis of Aries, the first house, it's the gym, it's the discipline, physical discipline, the body, the spirit that is inside us burning. It's the first and primordial fire. If you think about the second shop or the second house, we are talking about Taurus energy, which is to do with grounding and also with resources and appliance of those resources. So the bank as the finance, as the main resource of this world, we may say it's as related with this energy. Then we have the communication, and then we have the feelings, and those are the post, or if you prefer, redaction, where you learn how to write, how to speak. And then you have also the kindergarten, if you prefer, where you develop your emotions, your basic emotions. So those are the four shops, the first four shops, the basic shops. the gym, the bank, the redaction, or if you prefer, the post. And then you have the kindergarten for the infants developing of emotions. So those are the first four areas. Then you have the relations, the relation shops, which are related with the process of becoming two persons in a relation. And if we think about it, the stage has to do with those kind of energies towards the other. And Leo has all to do with that conquest. And then comes the family, which is a core value for that shop or that area of life, has to do with the conquest of the other by the image, the self-image projected, and also the family and the values of family. And those are main values of this shop. If you think about the work relations, we are talking about Virgo. If we think about the relation with in a company, a firm, we are talking about Libra values. And if we think about intimacy, we are talking about Scorpio energy, the sexual energy, but essentially is the intimacy energy. Each of these shops has a responsibility and a liberty that are attached to their core values. And that's also important to understand in order to develop them. And after the relation shops, we have the superior shops or the collective relation shops. We are talking about university, which has to be which is related with the expansion of the soul, and you have that in the university, and it has to do with the shop of Sagittarius. And then we have the parliament or the houses of power, which is related with Capricorn. We have next the 12th shop, or if we prefer, the agremiation or the union, because it has to do with, that shop has to do with the core values of the people, and the development of those values is absolutely essential for Aquarius, which is the moment we are in astrological times facing the transformation of that area, which is the age of Aquarius. It's also the dawn of the new age, they say, but it has also to do with the perception that we are individuals in the collective, the individual source and the collective source by the individual. And this is changing a lot the values we have traditionally. This is a change of ideas. But also we have the 12th shop, which is very important, the temple, which has to do with Pisces. By the way, the era that we are letting go in this moment, it has to do with the notion of collective belonging. So the 12 shops, they still operate, and they are inside of us, of all of us, and we need to understand their interconnection, and also how we can achieve perfection or our maximus aim in each of these shops by training a lot of coaching and NPL techniques that we are going to apply, and that are specific to each of these areas of life of these shops. And I have 12 webinars explaining these, and I'm projecting those 12 courses that I'm going to teach or coach if I have enough students. So this is the project of the 12 houses, of the 12 shops, and it is a coach NPL development program in order to achieve better results in all these areas. Okay, so basically it's this. I'm going to post each month for each house the webinar explanation. I will put there basically the email, the price, which is going to be €15, which I think it's not a big deal. Okay. And I'm going to put all that information in a post more near the dates. The first release date is, as I have already announced, the 7th of April 2023, which is from, I think, 10 days, 12 days from now. It's going to be a Friday. I will do this first presentation in Portuguese. So it basically for the Portuguese. So I'm thinking in doing also a version in English. The release date will be afterwards, probably after 7th of April, but I will also announce that here in the site. The sites are autonomous one from the other, so this presentation is different. This mine presentation is different, is more complete than the presentation I have in Portuguese, but all the information is going to get to you, so it's a matter of time and you will have the information. And I'm presented, the 12 hours are presented. Also spoke about the Duncan Bridge project, which is an old one. I have also other projects. I have a professional site, and basically that's me, Pedro Roque, also Duncan Bridge in English. Okay, so feel free to enroll the courses and the webinars that I'm going to present. And also if you want consultations, tarot and astrology. By the way, I also do astrological maps and interpretation by web. Everything by web. I have not, I have a physical place, but it's not ready yet. And I also have, for those who live in Portugal, a place in near the center of Lisbon, so Saldanha and Estefânia, near Estefânia. But I also have those informations in the Portuguese site, in the English site. Probably in near future, I will open doors physically. For now, my first way of communication and giving the course, the lessons and everything will be online, because I prefer to speak with you online. Okay, so basically I've presented myself, and so I hope you enjoy the 12 shops, and a good night for everyone. And I'm pleased to have you here.